Roizen is a remarkably successful venture capitalist at SoftBank. She is a former mentor capitalist, has spent time at Apple, and developed TeamMaker into a successful software company. To remain relevant in any industry, a successful network is key. It is safe to say that Heidi Roizen is the nucleus of her network. She has worked to establish close ties with other people who are the nuclei of their network. Rather than establishing a relationship with every person in each network, by building a strong relationship with other nuclei, she is still able to tap into those networks when needed. Roizen likes to help others. She would host dinner parties at her home and invite people whom she believed would enjoy and benefit from getting to know each other. Heidi is strengthening those in her network, which will only benefit her and the others down the line. Over the years, Heidi was willing to invest time in developing relationships with people she found interesting and smart, rather than only building relationships with powerful connections. This has paid off for her repeatedly over the years. Roizen recognizes that there must be a balance in doing goodwill for others. You cannot always be the one asking for favors. You have to help others as well. As detailed in Give and Take by Adam Grant, this is a matcher's philosophy. It is a fair approach, and it reduces the risk of givers' burnout. She hosts various types of networks at her home, including the Software Developer Awards, her nephew's large wedding, and an event for a venture capitalist network group. Like Uzi and Dunlap mentioned in the article, How to Build Your Network, being in touch with other networks outside of your industry can open the doors to more opportunities. Roizen is comfortable in mixing personal and professional relationships. When mixed and maintained carefully, this is a great approach. It shows transparency and professionalism to those within her large network. Roizen said that she felt obligated to respond to every plan she received, even if SoftBank was not interested in investing with that company. She spent about 2 hours a day providing feedback to entrepreneurs whose plans she rejected. While that is awfully kind, and I'm sure very much appreciated by entrepreneurs, this is an inefficient method of time spending, and again, it runs a risk of givers' burnout. She could instead spend this time maintaining her network or focusing on personal and familial tasks. Heidi tends to be affected by self-interest. She sends friends only to companies in SoftBank's portfolio. She also will only connect to people if she thinks there is value for both parties. I believe she means well, but she runs the risk of closing people out and possibly presenting a beneficial connection from happening between others. Roizen has carefully selected individuals around her, and she has put quite a bit of time and effort in maintaining her network. It's clear that time and effort has paid off. In fact, the CEO of a company who sought out Roizen for the board said, "There is only 1 degree of separation between anyone in Silicon Valley and Heidi." Roizen finds her network to be one of her greatest assets. It is fantastic that she realizes and appreciates the value of her network. To further maintain and adjust her network, perhaps she should look at nuclei in other networks and work on building those relationships. To further her mind and network, she should also keep various people close to her, not just like-minded people. In the article by Uzi and Dunlap, like-minded people will never question her reasoning or push her to expand her own horizon. To reduce her time behind a computer and instead be out networking, Roizen should look at having assistants or interns write to entrepreneurs with feedback on their plans, or begin using a standard template instead of spending 2 hours a day writing rejection and feedback letters. In some cases, it has been years since Heidi has had contact with some of her connections. Like Grant suggested in Give and Take, she should pick up the phone and contact them. We rely so much on our weak contacts day to day that we tend to forget the strength of our dormant ties. Heidi Roizen is very wise in knowing the value of those around her, and she does not take her network lightly. I believe she will continue to thrive in her industry and continue to grow and maintain her strong network. She's certainly an inspiration to those who are beginning to build their own network.